I have a great feeling right now. I'm feeling like I'm gonna get something. Come on, a good drop. No way! I've actually managed to land on it. Are you kidding me? Oh, this makes me so happy. I can't believe I managed to get this one. Ah, good old Wyverns, guys. I really did miss this place. It's so chill. There's so many good items that you can get. And so yeah, this was one of my favorite places to honestly AFK at. Now, the main reason why I'm here is because I need to get myself the materials to be able to make the Diamond Bolts E. I had two choices. Either I go to the KQ, which is the Calphite Queen, or I either do Wyverns. I'm not really sure if there's any other easy boss that I can do to get those uncut diamonds. Now, the thing about the KQ is that I could have got myself that Calphite Queen head, which I can use for the Desert Elite, but the thing is, I really don't think there's any point of me even completing it now, because the statue was pretty useful before we had the pools, but now we have the pools and there's honestly no point of even using it. So now maybe I'll complete later. The reason why I decided to come here is simply because it's just very AFK and easy to do. Not only that, I believe it's just better overall based off the items that you can get, like battle staffs, magic logs, so I can get myself a little bit of XP, as well as I can stack up a decent amount of GP that I can use for construction. If I convert all these logs and staffs, I believe I should have roughly about, let's see, so if I make the battle staffs, which I'm probably going to end up doing because I'm going to lose out on a lot of money if I don't, I kind of wanted to just alch them, but this is going to be such a waste. They're going to alch for like 4k each. Once I believe I make them, they alch for like, what, like 9k or something like that. So let's say this is about 2 mil around here. This is roughly about 1 mil in magic logs. That's going to be in total about 3 mil, plus another 2.5 mil just in GP. So that's roughly about 5.5 mil. And I also have about 1.5 mil in the coffers. So that's about 7 mil that I can use for construction. And if I'm not mistaken, that should be enough to be able to get myself till about 75 construction, which is actually the perfect level that I can use to boost to build a jewelry box, as well as I can upgrade my pool. So I'm really looking forward to that. We're back at Zola once again, guys. Nothing good yet, but I'm only at 9kc, so I don't expect too much. Now I'm going to make a guess that I might get an item around, probably around like 75 to 100 KC. If I do manage to get around that KC, that would be pretty sweet, because that gives me a nice item early on. Now, the item that I'm really hoping on getting is going to be either a blowpipe or more preferably the Serpentine Helm. Now, the blowpipe would be better because it speeds up the kills by a lot, but the Serpentine Helm just makes the Zora just much more relaxed and much more easier, so I don't have to give myself anti-poisons, and those poison damages do stack up throughout the fight a lot. So it just makes it not hard, just a little irritating to do. If I get that Serpentine Helm, it gives me that extra defense bonus and it gives me immunity to any kind of venom, so that would be pretty nice. I'm really hoping that's the first item that I get. I'm going to be taking a quick break from Zora, and I'm going to be focusing on using up the supplies that I got from Skeletal Wyvern so I can have enough money to get myself 75 construction. Now, I'm going to be using quite some interesting methods to get those levels up. First of all, for construction, I'm going to be using the Archaic Spellbook to teleport to the Apatal Catacombs, and I'm pretty much going to be teleported right next to the ladder. I'm going to climb up, and the teak trees are going to be almost right next to me, so I'm going to chop those. I'm going to teleport to Taverley, use the air balloon to get to the sawmill, make the planks, and pretty much just repeat the process after that. Now, for bowstrings, I found quite an interesting method to get those. For this method, you pretty much do the temple check-in minigame, and you always take the easiest route, and you get a lot of noted bowstrings with this method. Surprisingly, I was getting about 2 to 3k bowstrings per hour, and that's actually quite a lot of bowstrings when you really think about it, considering you don't have to waste the time on using up those flags. For example, if you can get that flags from Zora, it still takes quite a while to use that up. Even with using the spell to make flags, I think it still takes quite a while. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not sure if you make by one by using the spell, or is it by multiple. If it is by multiple amounts, then that is nice. But still, this minigame is quite good for Ultimate Ironman account because it gives you noted bowstrings, and it's pretty much once I'm done with getting myself the bowstrings that I need, I come to the shop over here in Karamja, and I just unnode the bowstrings, unnode the logs, fletch them, and sell them to the shop for a little bit extra profits compared to high alch. And this saves me a lot of time on not having to alch them, because if you do have a lot of those supplies, it won't take you quite a lot of time, and you can save a bit of time on just having to sell a little bit to the shop and just keep hopping worlds. Just finished up using my magic logs. The last thing that's left for me to do now is just going to be just to use up the battle staffs, and I should have enough money for 75 construction. Now, I'm going to be testing out another interesting method for construction. For that, I need to get myself a Flam tier bag, I think it was called, and you get that from Shades of Morton minigame. Now, with this bag, you can store limestone bricks, I believe that's what it was called. Now, using this method, you can make obelisks in your house. You need 10 limestone bricks, and I believe this method is a little bit faster on construction experience, but the thing is, I only get construction experience. With the method that I'm going to be using with Arceus, I also give myself a nice amount of woodcutting experience as well. I believe it's about 48 to 49 construction key experience and 48 and 49 woodcutting experience, which is actually much more efficient, at least till 99 woodcutting. Once I get myself 99 woodcutting, after that I can switch to the limestone brick method to get a little bit more experience. But honestly, I'm probably not even going to do that later on, because it's too click intensive, and I prefer to do things that are quite relaxing and quite easy to do. A very special level coming up right now, going to be level 73 construction. Now with this level, I can finally use the crystal saw, and I can also use the spicy stew +5 boost to get myself the jewelry box, and I can upgrade my pool as well. So let's go grab that boost and finally build both of those. Here I thought I was done with construction for a while, but it turns out that I actually can't even build that achievement room because you need level 80 construction. Now you need that level without the invisible crystal saw boost, so they don't allow you to build the rooms with invisible crystal saw. You can only build items inside the rooms, but you can't build the rooms themselves with that, which is quite lame, but whatever, you know. So for that, I need to get myself 2 more construction levels, and honestly, I really don't feel like doing construction right now, so I'm just going to leave it at this level, upgrade my pool, and then I'm going to finish off the remaining 2 levels from Zulrah. I'm just going to get those noted mahogany logs and use those up to get myself the remaining 2 levels, and then I'll just build the jewelry box because I honestly don't even need it right now. I just need the next upgraded pool. I don't necessarily also need the pool because I just have the altar, but it just makes it a little bit more convenient. You just click on the pool and restore everything, so I don't have to click on the pool and on the altar. Now for now, I'm just going to finish off and give myself some more tabs. The reason why I always love making the tabs, even though people always tell me why don't you get yourself a room pouch, is because tabs not only do they give me a quick teleport option. For example, when I'm doing Zulrah, sometimes you just get stacked for damage, and it's a great way to just tab out really quickly, and it only takes 1 inventory space. The room pouch, I guess I can say the same thing, but the thing about the room pouch is that I'm going to get it the legit way. I'm not going to pretty much just buy wins for it, and to get it the legit way, I need to get myself a lot of emblems. I believe it was like 29 or 28 emblems to get that, and that's quite a lot of Wilderness Slayer, and I really don't want to risk me losing my items just in case. I know I have an hour, but it's just going to be tedious of constantly having to pretty much just get a task, do it, redrop all the items. It's just way too much work, and it's just honestly much easier for me just to make the tabs because it's about like 400 tabs per hour, and 1k tabs last me quite some time. You know that gut feeling that tells you that you should stay for a few more KC, don't log out yet because you might get something good. Well, this actually happened to me for the 3rd time now. I've managed to score myself the Serpentine Visage. Now, this is possibly the best item that I could have got in the beginning. Now, Zulrah is just going to be very relaxing. It's just going to speed up the process by a little bit, so I don't have to buy the potions, because the process of buying them takes about 20 seconds, and those 20 seconds adds up for the thousands of kills that I'm going to have to do for Zulrah. And not only that, this is going to be an amazing item that I can use now for bosses as well. Hopefully the next item that I get is going to be the blowpipe. That would be sweet. If I get a magic thing, that's completely fine, as long as I don't get no uncut onyxes, because the chances of getting uncut onyx, I believe, is 1 in 4 from that drop table. So let's hope it doesn't happen. Now, the first time this feeling that I had from that gut feeling was at this Skeletal Vibrance, I literally decided just to do a few more, and I managed to get the Visi. And the second time it happened to me at the Lizardman Shamans for the Dragon Warhammer. So that's how it is, guys. Listen to your gut feeling. Sometimes if it tells you not to log out and just do a few more, definitely do it, because this can happen. You can get yourself some good drops. I'm finally not starting to look like a pleb at Zulrah. Now I got myself the Serpentine Helm. The last thing that's left for me to upgrade is going to be my Zamra Cape. And as well as I need to get rid of this Dragon Square Shield. Now that I figured out how to do majority of the Zulrah rotations, all I need now is accuracy. Now to finish off my book, I believe I need the 2nd or the 3rd page. The thing about the Zamrak page is that they seem like they're pretty rare to get, and the easiest way I believe for me to do that is going to be to do easy clue scrolls. But the thing about that is that I think I would rather do medium clue scrolls, even though they're going to be like 2 medium clue scrolls per hour compared to like 4 or 5 easies. Now the thing about that is that like I said, it is going to be much more efficient for me to do easies for the book, but at the same time for mediums I have a chance of getting those ranger boots, which would be pretty sweet to have because that is going to give me even more accuracy for Zora. And later on I can do just some more Serpers, and I can get myself some more of those crystals to upgrade my infinity boots and my ranger boots. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing in the next episode, just doing some medium glue scrolls in hopes of actually getting those ranger boots and some of the pages. I'm going to guess that I'm probably going to end up getting myself the ranger boots faster than the pages. I'm not planning on doing too many of those, but hopefully it doesn't take me that much of them to be able to get those items. As long as I get myself the unholy pages, that's all that matters to me, honestly. That way that book works for range and magic accuracy at the same time, so that's going to boost my magic accuracy by a lot. Now that I got myself the Serpentine Helm, I'm pretty much halfway to be able to start doing some bossing. I would like to do some Ceradoman for fun, which is quite an easy boss, but for that I need a blowpipe, and the Serpentine Helm is going to be really good for Zami and Bendo, so I'm really looking forward to that. In the next episode I'm actually planning on hopefully starting those bosses. I should be able to hopefully get myself that blowpipe in the next episode, so look forward to that, and I'm actually really excited. Now with the blowpipe, after that I can also start doing some Lizardman Shamans to get the Dragon Warhammer, and once I get that Dragon Warhammer, that should be quite nice for Bendos and Zami as well. That is going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this episode all the way to the end. For those people that watched it all the way to the end, you guys are the real MVPs. You guys are what makes my channel, and I really do appreciate you guys sticking all the way to the end. That is it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll be seeing you guys hopefully soon in the next episode.